chart type. Yeah, Heikin Ashi. Man, see that? You on here, Randy?
Mm-hmm.
And can you tell how these kind of look different already?
It kind of look a little faded almost.
Um, not the color, nothing, but um, Hakanashi candles. You only look for sales when the top is flat, and you want two of them back to back for confirmation. So, like in this one right here, we have the peak up here. We got one here, and then one right there. So the entry would have been this candle after you got two that closed flat top. And basically, you will hold this until you see two green bottoms. So let's say you got into this buy over here on this W or something like that. You got bam, one right there, two flat bottoms. So we're not getting into this candle. And you would have held this all the way until these two red ones came. So even with this sale, you will hold this sale until you get two green candles that are flat on the bottom back to back. And so we're
Hmm.
gonna look at the info up here. We got so that got a small wick on it. You could almost count that. It's a real small wick, real small at the top. We got two of these. The entry would have been here, and then you'd have held this all the way until you see two flat bottom green ones, which was over here. So you could have took profit or something in between all of that. But basically, this is gonna show you second leg of the M, get out on the second leg of the W. So, man, we're gonna go look at this buy. Scanner gave all the buy. Now, when it gave off the buy right here, these two candles was a flat bottom buy candles. So we would have got that would have been all the confirmation we needed, and that would have went off. We would have gotten on this buy. You would have held that buy all the way until you see two red candles flat on the top, back to back, and you don't see any all the way until here. So it literally was like the second leg of the W right here, and held it all the way to the second leg of the M up here. That's how the Hakanashi candles is going to work. I'm gonna show a few more examples, even short term. We got two flat flat tops. So in the open of this candle, we're getting in for the sale. And then we got two flat on the bottom green would have got out right here. Once them close like that, we're getting out right here. We would have entered up here and got out here. It's real. And I don't use these for entries. When I did used to look, I don't know why I don't look at it. It's on Trade Locker too. Let me show it on Trade Locker. Um I already got it set up here. That's what these is. So yeah, they're my regular candles. And then you can go in here, hit the arrow down. You can add Hakanashi candles down here. Now, the thing about Hakanashi candles is they don't start at the same price that regular candles do. They don't form the same way. So that's the only difference. Your bid and your ask price is going to be different. Even if you go to the settings Let me see. Is it on here? Settings on. Where is it at? Is it on trading? I don't see it. Is it on chart panel? Yeah, they got show Heikin Ashi bid price. They have a different, like you got the spread. It's an ask and a bid price. It's different. I keep it off so you only see the true candles spread, but it has its own spread because it doesn't start at the same spot. It doesn't. The candles don't open at the same spot. Regular candles open. They start halfway from the previous candle close. They all start like that. So that part's a little weird. That's why I don't use them. If you understand it, then cool. But I don't use them necessarily for entries. You can, but they definitely good for holding trades once you're already in it. And it's perfect because you can trade strictly off of those type of candles if you want to. And you follow that strategy that way. And you can still use the same, ketchup mustard like how the scanner went off on that one that was right here. And then after you see that, if you're still not sure, by the time the two flat bottom candles close, you get in on it. And could have held that. You would have held that all the way. I'm gonna go down to a lower time frame because you're gonna see more inconsistent candles. Like now on the 15-minute, you see a lot of red with a few green candles going back to back. But you still never see two flat bottom green candles back to back, even on this trend here. If we had did it where we wait for the ketchup across the mustard, we got that's one, and then that's two back to back. So you'd have entered on this candle. There was no green candles where the bottom they were flat, and there's two of them back to back. So even on the 15-minute chart, you still would have just held that trade. I ain't gonna lie now. I'd probably make way more money if I was to even stick with this method. Because this really works. If you was a incorporate this, it will help you swing trade. Something about me just likes the regular candlestick still, the regular Japanese candlesticks, but Hakanashi is the truth. I believe, yeah, Sugar used this too. She did a class on this day. But you used to have to pay for it. They're not on MetaTrader at all because back then everybody was mainly strictly MetaTrader. I didn't like to use TradingView to mark up charts. Now I do, which is crazy. So it's on trade. I think I don't know if it's on the free plan for TradingView. I got an essential plan, so it shows it. But it's on Trade Locker. So um yeah, man, that thing worked. That's really the concept to it. It works on every time frame, same method. I would still enter in on lower time frames, but anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour, I would use that method. And you could use it on lower time frames to take partials. If you look in the swing trade, you see two candles in the opposite direction, take you a partial. If the hour is still showing the trend and it's still going your direction, that would make me hold it and take partials using the 15. But I mean, if we was to really sit here and go through a few of them, right here, we got the water on the bottom, ketchup across the mustard going up. We got these two candles right here that were flat on the bottom. So we enter on this candle right here. And let me see if I can remember. We're gonna keep track of where this is at. September 19th. And I'm gonna look at the regular candles and you're gonna see the difference. because these are green all the way up. We didn't get two flat top candles till right here. So after them, they have to close for you to know that that's confirming how they close. Because these could switch at any time, could have had wicks or whatever. You got to waiting on candles to close is key. So once them things close, and really all it did was catch across the muscle going back down, would have got out right here. Or you could have took your partial. Because it was still an uptrend and continued its way up. So we look at that, switch it to a regular candle. What was that, September 19th? 4 hour chart. This is it. Or is that because it catch back across the month? Yeah, that was right there. Those candles was green going all the way up with the Heikin Ashi. On this, you got a few red ones going. You got this and this here. And these dojis would make you think, oh, snap a reversal finna come. Could make it even a star sale or something like that. But using the Haganashi, you would have just held that thing. Um, and if I still just stuck with Kendrick Cause Mustard like that and get in like that using that entry with a regular candlestick, I would have had an earlier entry. And then you just switch to Akanashi to hold your trade. Pretty easy, man.